Horse Gluttony by Celeste Winter, Chapter 4, The Budget Drop. Nutmeg woke the next morning with a tension headache, formed perfectly in the shape of responsibility. Her group's creation bay awaited, an enormous warehouse-like room at the edge of campus with hexagon skylights that filtered sunlight into geometric pools on the floor. It was half science lab, half art studio, half corporate office, a place that felt like someone rich and important had tried to imagine what creativity looked like without having ever held a pencil. Her team was already waiting, buzzing around the long central table like moths around a lantern. Coffee cups trembled in jittery hands. Someone had brought a breakfast pastry shaped like a horse with wings, and it oozed jelly in a way that felt metaphorical. The moment Nutmeg stepped inside, a soft, melodic chime rang from above. A hollow envelope materialized in her hands, and in everyone else's at the same time. It glowed warm gold with shimmering text. Yearly salary disbursement. Transfer complete. The numbers inside nearly punched her in the face. It wasn't just high. It wasn't just generous. It was life-changing. Enough to fund their entire horse creation endeavors. Enough to support them for a year, even if their inventions never got off the ground. Enough to build a creature, a world, an identity, if she spent wisely. Nutmeg's throat tightened. She knew it was coming, but seeing the actual digits made her stomach swoop. Around her, reactions popped like popcorn. The aesthetic-obsessed kid gasped and fanned themselves. The spell math student declared they were finally appreciated. The shy alchemy kid cried quietly into their sleeve. The kid who shouldn't have sharp objects threw up into a trash can. Nutmeg just blinked, the weight of judgment falling over her like a trumpet blast. The salary felt less like generosity and more like a cosmic dare. We believe in you. Now prove you were right. And beneath that message, something more ominous. We're watching. Every receipt, every decision, every mistake. Her palm felt sweaty around the hollow envelope. Across the bay, her group was already spiraling into fantasies. New tools, new materials, new ideas. Big dreams and glittering possibilities. But Nutmeg could see it for what it was. Temptation disguised as opportunity. 7 of Cups, illusions, beginning their parade. Another production, unfolded above their heads, blue, crisp, undeniable. The official-looking title scrolled out in gold serif letters. Legal and creative limitations in equine invention. Nutmeg's stomach dropped. The briefing began. Normal horses existed, sure, but the original horse, the very first horse ever designed, was still copyrighted by the mysterious, unnamed mage who invented it centuries ago. No one knew where he was now. Some said he was immortal, some said he was dead, but still litigation active. The projection broke down the limitations. Too similar to the original horse? Find. Too similar in silhouette? Find. Too similar in vibe? Maybe find. Thinking too hard about horse-shaped things for too long? Potentially find. Rumors said the Copyright Office employed psychic auditors. Nutmeg gulped. So they couldn't start with a horse. They had to start with anything else. a chair, a pastry, a memory, a dream, a vegetable, a piece of cloud from Mount Airwave. Use anything, the projection instructed. Make it yours. Make it nothing like the original horse. The safest path, Nutmeg realized, was the most difficult one, and the funniest, and absolutely, horrifyingly terrifying. Her team erupted into brainstorming the second the projection wobbled off. "I think we should base ours on a watermelon," someone said immediately. "No, a refrigerator," someone else called, already sketching a very rectangular creature. "What about a mood board of only triangles? Snail dragon fruit hybrid? Is anyone allergic to dragon fruit? Just asking." Nutmeg nodded encouragingly. She was supposed to guide this, direct it, channel it, but her mind felt like a dried-up riverbed, sand and silence, and no spark in sight. She sat down to sketch something for her own breed. Anything. A shape, a color, a gesture. But every idea dissolved the moment it hit the page. What did she want? What should her creature feel like? Cute, strange, chaotic, elegant, fast, dreamy, spooky, soft, horse-ish, but not copyright infringing-ish. The possibilities branched endlessly, each one yelling, "Pick me," until she felt dizzy. 7 of Cups. Too many options, too much potential, no clarity. Every sketch she tried glared up at her like it was disappointed. She was supposed to be a leader. She was supposed to know things. She was supposed to create something brilliant. Instead, she stared at blankness. Her fingers hovered uselessly over the page. If she couldn't make the spark happen, she could at least act like she believed it would. Nutmeg swallowed her pride and focused on logistics instead. Nutmeg used a portion of her massive salary to order supplies. Real ones, big ones, heavy ones. A molecular assemblage tray. Universal creature binder gels. A definitely illegal alchemical conduit disguised as a glue gun. Multiple inspiration lamps. 4 large rolling vision board walls. And after a moment of weakness, a fog machine. For morale, she insisted. When the delivery chime echoed through the bay, her team broke into excited squeals. They helped her unload everything, dragging boxes across the floor, arguing about where the lamps should go, and immediately covering the vision board walls with pictures, cutouts, doodles, and inexplicable glitter. Ideas sprang everywhere, messy but alive. Nutmeg watched them work. Everyone else was moving forward. Everyone else was leaving the starting line. She was the only one stuck, but Nutmeg wasn't giving up. Even if she couldn't draw her horse yet, she was building the room her creativity would eventually walk into. A tiny ember of courage warmed in her chest. Judgment wasn't about punishment. It was about awakening, a call to rise. And Nutmeg watched her team's chaotic hope swirl around. The bay fog machine puffing prematurely, glitter catching the skylight's glow. She realized something small but important. She wasn't the only one facing limitations. She wasn't the only one overwhelmed. Everyone in this academy was being asked to do the impossible. Maybe she didn't need her breakthrough today. Maybe she didn't need clarity yet. Maybe this chapter of her story wasn't about having the idea, but about surviving the weight of expectation. long enough for the spark to arrive, even if, for now, her page of wands energy remained reversed, blocked, hesitant, waiting. The spark was out there, and she would find it.